Friends, family, fellow vault dwellers, what's up? So, we are back for episode 3. How's it going? Hopefully you all have been keeping track of what's been going on in the first two. A little bit of fun, a little bit of shenanigans, kind of to be expected. We're going to have it pretty much the whole way through no matter what we're doing, so just expect all the tomfoolery. But yeah, we ended up getting everybody back to Sanctuary. We are gonna actually, I guess we're gonna start doing a little bit of exploration. We're not gonna go straight for the story stuff. We're gonna kind of go back and explore the rest of Concord. We went through and did what? We went through and did all the locked areas that were here in Sanctuary. We did a little bit of upgrades to our weapons, and now we got some stuff. Like, we got this rifle now. We got a little bit of equipment, and we kind of offloaded some of our overall weight and weapons, because, I mean, we had a lot, and I didn't want to just, like, overdo ourselves here. So, I mean, we've got this nice musket, and I think it's one of the better weapons, at least for ranged, thus far. I don't know how well it's going to scale as we move forward, but we do have a couple different options now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shotgun, and we have ourselves the, and you guys saw that I started off with a rifle. So, because we have ammo with this is what we're going to start with. But Preston asked us to go do the typical and check out a settlement. But what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to just run ourselves back to Concord, and we're going to check that out. We will probably delve a little bit more into the fast travel aspect as the game progresses, but I do like the idea of just kind of running around. That way we don't really miss anything. If there's any side locations, if there's anything that has anything that kind of piques our interest. I know we can kind of build these places up as bases. We did drop off dog meat. We're going to bring old Codsworth along with us. Because, who knows? Maybe there's some babies out here. And, you know, he's great with them. Because all the things I said in the first two episodes. We did miss this the first time through. So get ourselves some meat. Actually, we came through here at night. We got attacked by those giant mosquitoes. So I would prefer not to deal with those too much more. But, yeah. We did a little bit of a run through here. We found the... Let's see. Where's the entrance at? Because wherever the entrance is the giant hole in the ground. Should be right around here. Yeah, we want to check the underground area here. This is where the death ball popped up. So let's definitely... Ooh, bottle caps. Let's definitely do just a quick peek around here. I think there was another building on the side as we were leaving. Yeah, right here. There's a workhouse. So let's go take a peek at what all the upstairs stuff has, and then we'll take a look at the underground. But yeah, I hope you guys have all been well lately. I am gearing up for a move from where I'm currently living, so hopefully it is a nice smooth transition and it doesn't really affect me putting out any episodes. I'm actually going to probably try to record an extra episode or two ahead of time, just in case, and I'll have them scheduled, because I do want to try to keep things fairly regular for you guys. My goal is to get something out there at least every 2 days. Every other day would be ideal, but every 2 days would be great, because I'm trying to make it digestible. And, oh, wait, he's just strangling him. Is he strangling him, or is he, like, well, that's neat. I feel like this is a scene from a movie, and I feel like I should know what the movie is. And then, like, just super innocent cat just overwatching all of this. I feel like I should know what this movie is, but anyway. Yeah, I want to try to keep things digestible for you guys. 1 hour episodes seem like they're really good. It's really fun for me in terms of keeping focus, because I got a little bit of that old ADD or ADHD. And it makes it easy for me to record it, edit it, and get it out to you guys. So I'm not going to pop back up top. I do want to check everything else before we pop up top. I don't think there's anything else down here. There is. Okay, so this pops us out. I'm assuming this is going to be the back alley. So let's just take a quick peek. Worst case scenario, we go back and we end up on the roof. But, yeah. I feel like an hour is a good amount of time for an episode, give or take a few minutes. It keeps it from being to where you guys have to just kind of sit down for like a marathon. And if you want to watch like multiple things in a row, I'll have it all listed in a playlist for you guys. So that'll make it easy for you if you just want to keep going through and like binge it and get through the entire playthrough. That's fine. So the other thing could be, yeah, this just pops us back out in the back. So we want to go up into the roof. I didn't find anything that really helped with the loading screen times. Basically, it's just whenever you head out to the wasteland itself, because there's so much stuff that's in there, it takes a lot of time up. But yeah, getting you guys to where you have these 1 hour episodes, they're a lot more digestible. They're easier to keep track of if you guys have to like step away. You can realize like, oh, I was halfway through episode 7. Or I was just starting episode, we'll say 13. And then you guys can kind of pick up right then from there. Versus being like, oh, I was 13 minutes and 27 seconds through what I would essentially make like 3 episodes into one, which episode 1 could be 3 hours. That's a little ridiculous. Especially, you know, if you shut the computer down, if you don't keep yourself bookmarked on anything, there's nothing up here, really. Really. I feel like if I drop down there, I can get to some other stuff. So let's take a look around what's here. But, oh god. Didn't want to just jump off the edge there. Alright, I feel like the best direction to go is going to be the other one down here. I also feel like we should just be able to get up to this normally, but... Anywho. Let's drop down here. If there's nothing here, then we might want to pop back up and check the other one. Nothing. Yeah, we can just get up here normally. Damn it. Oh, either way. Try to explore things. That's not gonna get us anything. Maybe I should. Well, I mean, I can look over here. I don't think anything extra is gonna. Let's see. Nope, doesn't look like it. Anywho, moving on. But yeah, I just want to keep it to where I can get you guys consistent content. And hopefully make it to where you guys get to experience this for the first time and enjoy all the ins and outs of it. I might miss a few things. I mean, if you're an experienced person who's played Fallout multiple times, like, I'm sure it's going to be things that you look at and you're like, why is he making those decisions? Or why are you doing that? Or you completely missed something, you idiot, you fool. Yeah. Things like that. I don't think we've been in the speakeasy. Or is this the same? I don't know. I can't keep track of this stuff. I told you guys, I don't have the attention span for it. But yeah, we just want to be checking out all the things. If I miss something, seriously, drop a comment and something and tell me to go back and check it out. Like, I will happily, in the very next episode, go exactly and try to figure out where you were talking about. I will spend a little extra time doing the thing. Because I feel like I could fall through there. Because I want to find all the things. I want to play all the things. And if there's some like weird little puzzle type stuff that I can do and figure it out, great. I just don't want to watch a video kind of like spoiling things for me. Sometimes I like finding it on my own. Like, so if you guys guide me to an area where something is, and then you're just like, hey, there's a puzzle or a particular enemy, and that's creepy. What did that guy do to deserve to get the plunger to the face amongst everything else? Either way, I'm taking your machetes. Can I take the plunger? I can take the plunger. Yeah, what if I am Codsworth? But yeah. If you tell me that there's gonna be like a special enemy or something here, like I will happily go take look, try to figure it out, try to fight them, do the thing with the stuff. What I do remember, or if I really, if I remember correctly, I think somebody said in the settings you can change the light color so it's not green. So if that's the case, let's go with settings. I assume it's in display. Pip-Boy color. Yeah. So they said you can, like, if you turn all one direction, it'll turn black, and then if you turn all the other way, it'll turn white. So, okay, let's go with this. Is that actually going to change it white? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, that is... That's way better. I can see the colors. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I might never turn this thing off again. This is great. This is freaking amazing. Hello. Coca-Cola Quantum. It glows. So we're definitely gonna have to level up our security. We do have ourselves some agility, right? I think that's what we need for lockpicking. Why can't I... There we go. I was like, why can't I go down? Maybe it's not? Is it in perception? Oh, if it's in perception, we're in trouble. Ooh. Ooh, we're going to have to put levels into perception, aren't we? Oh, no. Oh, no. So this just requires us to have 4. Level 7, 4. Level 18. Okay, so we just need to get to 4 perception. We just need 1 more, and then we can do levels. And then it's as we get to levels. Okay. I don't feel quite as bad about that. I was worried. Okay, now the one thing I am worried about is... Was that just because of how I was sitting? Yeah, okay. So the sunlight was definitely making... That's kind of cool that the light affects the Pip-Boy. But yeah. Yeah, we can definitely get 1 level into perception as we go. And I think we're gonna need 2 perk points, because 1 to add +1 perception, and 1 to get the level. So I think we're gonna do the next 2 levels into that, because I definitely want to be able to unlock all the containers. Well, more containers than just, you know, normal level. Because I think there's, what, normal, advanced, expert, and legendary, or something, master, I think. So, yeah. We get a map in this, right? Apparently, M does not just map. And then we can do R for the local. That way we can find a little bit more. So, right here's specific access. That's the hole down below that we were looking at. Apparently it's going to pop up over there. Alright, well, I don't think there's a whole lot else for us to look at in this town. There's some, like, little side buildings. But I think we grabbed most of the stuff out of them. I say that as I find more stuff. Ooh, bobby pin box. Yeah, good thing we looked for that. We got a lot of drugs. I don't think we're going to do drugs for this run through. But I do believe on a second playthrough, we will definitely do like a degenerate where we will run all of the drugs and probably do like a melee build, and it'll be like all melee, all strength, and all luck. That way we won't, we're not going to care about anything. We're just going to be beating the ever-living snot out of everything that we come by. And then just hope that we get better melee weapons as we go, because I don't think we're going to have some great ones to start. But either way, you got enough strength. Ooh, Museum of Freedom. Yeah, let's go here. Wait, wasn't this where we started? Hold up. This is where we met Preston. 90% sure. As I stated, do not hold me accountable for anything in terms of thought process, because I have 2 brain cells and they're fighting for last. But thankfully, in other news, the weather's been decent. The allergies are not quite as bad as they were, because we have had steady weather versus it being cold and hot and cold and hot and repeat into oblivion. Speaking of oblivion, we're going to do a playthrough of that after this. I am very, very excited to go through and do the Oblivion Remaster. I hear that it is a gem in all the capacity of having the sheer BS that you can expect out of a Bethesda game. I don't know if Bethesda was the ones that actually redid it. I think they gave the rights out to somebody, and they told them, hey, you can remake it in, I think it's Unreal Engine. But either way, it is just a updated version of an old favorite that I love dearly, so I will happily play through that. And I am petrified to go through here, because if this is where the Deathclaw came through, I feel like there might be more. And we don't have the armor, and we don't have the weapons that we did, so we're just going to get the dead. So I'm going to actually do a quick save. We're going to open this. This is an exit. Alright. But yeah, we're definitely going to play through that. I don't know what kind of build. I'm really thinking, I'm leaning towards the idea of doing a mage. I really like the idea of doing a mage run. Because in Oblivion, the melee combat, if we're gonna do another like melee combat, it's meh, meh. But it could just be a random built character versus like a purpose built character. But I think I want to do a purpose built character. Ooh, a noodle cup, and I want to make them very magey like. So we could do a little bit of character building. We could do some randomization with it. We'll figure it out once we get closer to that time. But I think I'm definitely leaning towards the mage. I don't think I'm going to do any of the busted stuff, because I remember back in the day that you could just like fortify your stuff, enchant something, make it stronger, do that over and over again, and then make yourself to where you're just beyond belief overpowered. Like, you can do a fully invisible build, you can do like full damage reduction, or making it come back at them. I think that's the most accurate I've ever been in a very long time. I was snapping right to those guys. The even better part was, I was doing it while talking. I think. I don't think I stopped talking at any point. But yeah. It's always fun when you're able to do things like that, because sometimes I just get hyper-focused and then I suck altogether. I don't want to get in the... I feel like that is something.
By my navigational sensors, we're now directly beneath Concord.
Oh no. Oh, you're very strong. I need something a little more oomphy. Yeah. It's still really just taking the hits. Squishy bits? Squishy bits. Okay. Ugh. Hope there's not a bunch of those, because thankfully Codsworth was tanking that. I don't know how much of that we could take. Turn our light back on. Let's check out. There's so many directions to go. Oh god. No. 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 Oopsies, trying to reload and I just opened it up. There's a lot of stuff in here. Yep, there's a lot going on. I like that. Nice. Enemy-rich environment. Things to do, things to see. Things that make you poop your pants. Well, I guess we're gonna keep going up the stairs. Nothing. Alright. And then that leads out. Alright, we'll keep exploring. But yeah, I just really enjoy these nice open games that kind of let you pick where you want to go, find things that they've dropped in, just sort of explore it all. Because, let's be honest, these days, I think this is a little bit better for my leg here. These days, games are very... Oh, it's just another left leg. Okay, we need a right leg. They're very linear and or railroady, and you don't really get to go pick and do all the things that you want. You kind of are forced. New facial tattoo. Okay, don't really care about that. Yeah, you really don't get a whole lot of deciding what you want to do. You're just kind of like, here's the game, you run through it, and that's it. The other thing is on top of it, is we're in a very consumptive style of society. And I know that's going to ruffle some feathers. And if it does, I'm not sorry. But we are in an era where the idea is to just consume as much of everything, not even just content, as much of everything as possible. And just get on to the next thing, get on to the next thing, on to the next thing. And I think people forget how to appreciate and enjoy the journey just as much as they do the journey nearly as much as the destination. Like, it's not always about just rushing to the end. Like, if I remember correctly, I overheard some people whenever the Oblivion remaster came out, and they said, "Oh, the game's so short. I jumped in, and the story was only like 8 hours long, or whatever they ended up like claiming it was, something ridiculously short." And they're just like, "The game's trash. It's so short. The story's so like." Well, yeah, Bethesda games aren't known for having like just really big swathing stories, and like if you compare that to a lot of games that come out, 8 is more than what you can expect out of a lot of games. But there's dozens to hundreds of hours of side quests and stuff to explore, like we're doing now with this. Like, there's so much extra stuff if you just go out of your way and you don't bum rush the storyline and be like, "Oh yeah, we completed that. Yeah, my thoughts are that the game was short and it was bad." No, you didn't play the game. You played the story, but you didn't play the game. So that's kind of what my goal is whenever we're going through and playing games. Sure, the series are going to be a lot longer. I'm not going to get through and do the story quickly as some people are probably going to want me to do. Is that one dead? Okay, it is. Yeah, we're not going to get to the end of everything nearly as quickly as that is a big... Oh, I thought that was a mole rat, it's a cow. We're not going to get through things like as quick as some people are going to either want or just do themselves, and that's fine. The content's not for you. My content is for the people that really just enjoy the journey as much as the destination, because I will get to the end of the game eventually. I'm just not rushing it. I want to enjoy all the little bits of it. I want to do all the things. So I think that's the end of this whole section here. So we'll just pop back out. Yeah, I want to try to do like all the little things, which is why I stated, if you watch a video and you see that I get to the end of something, please drop a comment, tell me to go back to it. And that's going to be one of the better things of, if we can grow this enough to where I just start doing both the uploads to the YouTube after doing live streams on it, then that's what we're definitely going to do. Because I definitely want to get to where we're in a position that we can enjoy it together in real time. And, you know, you guys can get my live reactions as opposed to just watching and getting them, like, as I'm doing them and you guys get to upload them. Like, I will happily do where you guys get to see it, you guys get to interact with it, and we're all kind of enjoying it together, you know? So this one's just to go over to the 10 Pines Bluff. It's kind of, I love how I can, like, move this around. It makes no difference. Like, it's not really necessary, but it's cool. I think we're going to head straight over. I mean, I'm going to explore things. I'm going to definitely not just make a beeline. Like, we're going to look at all the stuff in between here. I'm not going to do a complete swath of stuff, but if I see stuff on the map and what have you as we're heading that way, cool. So, do a little bit of exploration. But yeah, I want to be able to do games with everyone, and sure, I'm not going to be playing every brand new game when it comes out. That's why I'm starting with Fallout 4. It's been out for a hot minute. So has Oblivion at this point. If you want to watch people play things immediately when they come out, that's fine. Go enjoy their content. I'm not even like gonna beg you to stay here. I want you to come and enjoy things like with me in a way that everybody should enjoy it. And that's like to the fullest. I'm not gonna rush through it like a lot of people will. And some of those people, good for them. I'm glad that they can play through the entirety of it. But I just feel like, as a whole, a lot that, what in the hell? That's a scorpion. Ew. As a whole, many gamers and streamers, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm already prefacing it with it. It's fine that they kind of just they rush through things and they get to the next thing, which is fine. I get it. Let them do it. Doesn't bother me any. If they get a full playthrough, awesome. Even better for them. But I'm definitely going to be meticulous about it, even if it's not the most efficient way to go about doing things. Because I'm just trying to enjoy the game like I would back in my younger years. Believe it or not, guys, I'm over 30 years old at this point. Like, I'm an old man in the gaming community, if you consider it that way, compared to what like a lot of people end up being. Are we even heading the right direction? Yeah, we're heading eastish. This is a massive quarry. But yeah, like, I'm an old guy compared to these, like, 18, 19, 22-year-old streamers. I mean, I'm in the same age bracket as some of the people that are in the more popular, been around since Twitch started. Like, I'll tell everybody right now, like, I love Gothalion. I love Co-Carnage. Like, two of those most favorite streamers. Like, they're kind of what originally got me into streaming to begin with. Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to continue to push through like a lot of people were and continue to do all the stuff. Like, I think it's absolutely amazing what they've done with their careers, especially like from the time that I started watching them, like a decade ago essentially at this point, because I started watching Goth back during like Destiny 1, Borderlands. Like, yeah.
Bingo.
I watched him come to Twitch, leave Twitch, come back to Twitch, whatever he's getting into now. It's so hard for me to keep track of everybody at this point. I mean, I remember watching Ko whenever he was growing, and then I watched him become absolutely massive. And I am so, like, impressed and grateful for the gaming community to help those guys get to the point to where they're able to do this. I think it's wonderful that they can support their families doing this. I think it's wonderful that anybody in their entertainment career can get to a point that they are able to support their friends and family and everything else like that. I don't mean to become rich off of this. I don't think anybody ever does if they're truly a gamer and trying to do entertainment. I mean, sure, people want to do it for success. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons we do it anyway, is to have some form of success. But I do it just because I want to not only entertain myself and entertain others, like, I want to experience things with people. And some people judge. I know I'm going on a very long rant here. Some people judge gamers and just like, oh, why are you doing that? Like, the games aren't real life. And I'm like, well, you're correct, completely. 100%. It's not real life. Because a lot of what goes on, a lot of people's situations, I'm just not saying that mine's as bad, nearly as bad as some people's. Like, some people deal with some very, very heavy stuff. Not even now and then. It is a daily, they are just in the thick of it. They are dealt a bad hand. And a lot of people say, oh, you can get yourself out of it. It's just, you do the work. I'm like, yeah, that's true. However, it's not just, you know, you can be done with it. And you could just work your way out of it. So, dude, your head is inside that. Okay, thank you. Like, if I can help somebody make their day a little bit better by them tuning in and watching one of these episodes and enjoying, like, what I'm doing, just because we are going through a quote-unquote fantasy world that just helps you forget and lighten the load for a little bit, I think that is the best thing you can do. And that's why I think that some of the most successful streamers and stuff like that are the ones that are able to help people just get through the thick of it. And I've seen some wonderful things come from it, especially whenever there's charity streams. So we're going to help this guy.
The pump isn't in top shape,
but yeah, like, that's kind of why we're doing this in the long run, is we want to help people.
The leaks will be underwater. Look for bubbles, and you should find them.
Great. We're gonna have to go into the water. I know that's gonna be irradiated. I think we picked up some Rad-X, so that should help us have resistance to it. But yeah, I just want to, like, my goal is to give everybody the ability to look through a game or enjoy it or, like, experience it together. And then also maybe help somebody if they're having a bad day. Like, I will absolutely... Is that going down? Or is that coming up? That's going down. But I want to help, like, in any way that I can. And if I can do that through entertainment, that's great. I know one of the other things that I'm working on that eventually I will put kind of back. One of the things that I eventually will work upon will be releasing a book series to you guys. Like, I've been working on some books for the past couple of years, on and off.
Got it.
And most of the time I just end up, I get a couple chapters in, I throw it on the shelf, proverbial shelf. It just basically stays in the Word document that it's created in, and I don't go back to it for quite some time. And I've had a lot of people that read through my drafts of stuff, and they essentially at this point are begging me to complete and publish, because they really enjoy just a couple chapters that are there, and they want to actually see where the stories go. And they say comparative to other things, and I know this isn't just like friends being friends, because this comes from some strangers and stuff, that I tell people, be brutally honest with me. Like, tell me if it sucks. Tell me what sucks. Tell me why something does or doesn't work. And I take all that feedback and apply it. And everybody keeps telling me, like, hey, your books read like a movie is watched. And I ask them to kind of explain that to me, and then they all basically end up stating, like, the wording, the pacing, like the visualization, everything really just does it in terms of the fantasy genre. So I will definitely be putting links for those in the playlists and the episodes and stuff of things as we go through, as I finish them. I may release it on a chapter basis, kind of like we do episodes for this, and then we can end up doing things where you guys will have access to just being able to take a look at things as they're coming along. But one second, I'm gonna take a sip of something. But yeah, so let's get ourselves some Radax, I think is what gives us resistance. Yeah. So we're still going to be picking up radiation, but it's going to be a lot less.
Or maybe they dug right into a spring.
Am I just stuck here? There we go. So we're looking for bubbles. It is dark in here. Holy crap. You know what would actually help? If I look for pipes. I think. I don't know. What am I even looking for? The only thing I gotta remember is I also gotta not drown. Do I even have the quest active? Hold up. That might help too. Let's turn the other things off. Oh, there's bubbles. Can I see the bubbles from up top? Is it easier that way? Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. But yeah, definitely wanna give you guys the ability to read this stuff that I got going on, because I feel like you guys will enjoy it. I feel like if everybody else is enjoying things, that I should definitely get it out and do the service that a lot of people have requested. Alright. So now I gotta get back out of here. We've got a lot of radiation, so we're gonna end up using a Radaway when we get out of here. Excuse me. But I feel like Codsworth probably got stuck in there. Or he just stayed up here, I don't know. Either way, that looks like it's... Oh, hi. Pretty sure he was down there, then he just warped up here. But yeah, I want to get you guys some story stuff. Not even just the ones that everybody else has done that I play through, but my own. Because the one series, if you want to compare it to anything, I guess it could be Harry Potter meets The Witcher meets Lord of the Rings meets Game of Thrones. Like there's a lot going on there, but it focuses on like 4 main characters. And okay, we're in danger. I want to cook the better gun. Pop. That doesn't do enough. Pop. It focuses on, yeah, a couple characters individually. And eventually it gets to where, is this actually lowering? I don't think it's lowering.
Maybe if I close off this intake.
Maybe they dug right into a spring.
Yeah, and then eventually the characters end up meeting up, and it's pretty cool. In terms of, I don't want to spoil anything. That's kind of the point. It follows a few characters, but it focuses upon them. And then the second book that I'm working on actually does a bit of, let's do the Radaway. Does a bit of focus on a couple major characters and then a bunch of minor characters. So, what are we doing here, bud?
Mirelurks. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that started up. Anyway, I still got some tinkering to do on this thing. Shouldn't be too hard now, though. Thanks for pitching in.
Okay, we did the thing. So, I guess we just come back. And then the water will be lowered. Alright, well, we'll go check some other things. So we got leveled. We stated we were going to do the levels in perception, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll pop a level in perception. We got one whopping perk. But yeah, the second one's actually based upon a card game that I made back during 2020. And there's a metric buttload is the official term I'm going to use of content that's going to be within that. And essentially I made 6 major factions to do the first season of the game. And eventually we will try to remarket that and see how the world feels about it. Because the economy was in a rough spot whenever we first tried going through, and it was hard to do any kind of marketing there as well. So unfortunately we didn't get it off the ground. There was a couple other factors in there as well, but that's a story for a different time. But major characters, each individual book is going to start off with a focus on a couple of the main characters and then a bunch of side characters. And then there's also going to be some supplemental books that I release separately. What is that? A ghoul. Zombies. But yeah, we'll release all that stuff kind of together. That way you can get the main story, and then you'll also be able to get all the side stories from the different perspective of the side characters, which I think is going to be kind of cool. But there is going to be a lot of content that's going to come with those. There's a lot of world building. Dear God, I jumped in my seat. I don't know if you heard me jump through the mic or not, but I definitely jumped in my seat. Bruh. I was not expecting to get smacked from that angle. I didn't hear him. I figured Codsworth was going to know about it. Oh my Lanta. Oh, okay. Now that my heart went into arrhythmia, jeez. I was so focused on everything else. But yeah, there's a lot of extra stuff that you guys would be able to get into. Oh, I'm on fire. Let's see, how many more of these things are there? Godrose, you are not very perceptive, bud. Again, there's a lot of content. There's going to be a lot of books to read. It's going to be really fun. And I hope you guys are able to eventually enjoy it yourselves. So, as those get completed, we will be releasing the links and stuff for those. I think I'm going to release it on Amazon. It'll just be on like the Kindle program, so you guys don't have to worry about paying like a big premium for it. You'll be able to just get it digitally and enjoy. Hello. Okay, I am just painting an outline of this dude. Everywhere but where he is. But yeah, I want you guys to be able to kind of enjoy it without having to pay like ridiculous premium for it. And read it at your own leisure. But I definitely want to just, you know, kind of get it out there. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people just fail to do whenever it comes to, they have an idea, they say they want to do something, but the most difficult thing is literally just taking the first step. Just do the thing. It doesn't matter if you suck at it. My YouTube stuff isn't great right now. I could have higher quality stuff. Like, I know I'm not the best person out there, but hopefully I'm relatable enough to some of you that you do enjoy it. Because if you do, please, like, throw a like, a subscribe, share it with other people. Because I'm just a normal dude, just like everybody else. I'm nothing special. But I definitely want to encourage people to do their own thing. Like, if it's worth doing, then just do it. Because I think when you get to the end of whatever length of time that you're blessed with, that you have no regrets or worries about, like, what if I did this, what if I did that. It doesn't matter if you're not going to like it, just go and do something. Figure out either A, no, that wasn't for me, but you now know, or get to the end of it, realize, yeah, that is for me, and you find yourself in success. That's probably one of the best things you could be doing. Because if you just worry about it all the time and that fear paralyzes you, you'll never know. But you'll always worry about it or wonder about it. But if you actually just do it, and it starts to be successful for you, brother and or sister, that is the best thing you could ever want for yourself. So, just do the thing. Just try the thing. And hopefully it works out for you, whatever that may be. So, I want to get up there. Question is, can I? I don't think I can. So we're going to go down through here. Ooh, that's heavy radiation. Let's not go in there. We'll take all the things. Jangles the moon monkey. How's it going, bud? Hey, I'm gonna pick you up. Oh, God! Dear. Yeah, Codsworth, get him. You take all the hits. God. Oh. I have goosebumps now from that. Fun fact. I've got a phobia of spiders. And scorpions are just spiders with extra steps. So... Ugh. Do not like. I also don't like that there's something glowing down there and I can't see anything. We decided to go adventuring at nighttime, and I'm sure that was a great decision on my part. How far out of the way are we at this point now? Oh, we're farther south of where I actually wanted to go. So, we're gonna head back north. We'll come back to this. I hear people shooting. Apparently I can be seen. Yeah, we're gonna pop you. How do I change? Oh, there's one here. There's one here. And we accept the shots. One more guy? There we go. So VATS does work pretty decent. If they're, you know, right on you. It sounds like there's a bunch more. Are they in here? Boop. I hear you. So, we're surrounded. Excellent. We can fire every direction. Look, Codsworth, you are not perceptive at all. What was that? I don't know. Maybe one of the hundreds of mole rats that are around this area, dude. Brother, please. But yeah, things like this. I like to explore stuff. Creepy, giant mole rat hills. It's got things in it. High capacity pipe sniper rifle. Yes, please. got ourselves some stuff. How's this compared to what we currently have going on? So this is a comfort grip. So it doesn't have the damage bonus. So we can sell this one. Hair trigger pipe pistol. It's got a bayonet. I'm not too worried about that. The high capacity pipe sniper rifle interests me though. And then this one's a pipe bolt action. This fires 308s. This fires way bigger rounds. Alright, so the short hardened pipe rifle fires 38s. It does 16. This one just does more. It's less damage, but it's better ranged. I don't know. Let's put this in where the current pipe rifle is. Let's put... I think the machete's better than the baton at this point, right? 15. Yeah, we're gonna replace the baton with the machete. And then we're gonna put the bolt rifle in at 4. This says 31. That's a lot more. What's the speed compared to the machete? Machete's medium with 19. That weighs 2. This way. Okay. I don't like the weight of that thing, so we'll end up dropping that off. But what kind of scope do we have? Oh, that's actually... That's got some power to it. Wow. Oh god. Literally everything is clear except for that one. Okay. And this one has a decent scope. I don't think it's quite as strong as the other one was. Oh no, they're pretty comparable. It's a little less. Okay. Sure. Yeah, why not? I don't like the short delay to get scoped, but yeah, why not? Anyway, we need to go, what was it? A little just straight north? Yeah, straight north. Looks like there's something over there, but we'll get that on the way back down through. But I think we got ourselves a little bit of a fight up here. And like I said, there's a lot of Wasteland to go. That means there's going to be a lot of episodes, which means there's going to be a lot to watch. It's not going to be like somebody doing a speed run where they can probably complete it in like 2 hours or less. And it's not going to be somebody who just rushes the story and completes that in, you know, maybe 10 to 15, maybe 20. And it's not going to be a playthrough where people know exactly where everything is. Where did you come from?
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, it's not going to be doing a playthrough where people know everything. Okay, there's definitely something up there.
I've purified water for you, sir.
You purified water for me. Awesome. What are we dealing with? Rats? More rats?
Hey.
Yes, sir.
So,
Right then.
is it in your inventory? No. Are you just giving it to me? Is it in my element IP? There's no purified water here, bud.
Hey.
Sir,
Hey, Codsworth.
here you go.
Oh, I gotta talk with him. Okay.
Your thoughts?
I went to the zoo the other day. The
Did
only
you?
animal they had was a dog. It was a shih tzu.
That was all I had.
All right then.
Yep, we'll end it there. But yeah. It's gonna be just a normal playthrough. Normal dude playing a normal game. probably in the most distracted way possible, because the moment I see something, it's going to be, ooh, piece of candy, and I'm going to head off that direction. Or, ooh, a shiny, and I'm going to go check it out. And I'm probably going to get got a couple times. And that's the joy of playing a game. Because I'm trying to get into every facet of it. I'm not trying to play super hardcore. I'm not going to play on the highest difficulty. I don't have that kind of time or willingness to do that kind of effort, unfortunately. But, can I talk with you and get you guys helped out here? Like, what are we supposed to do here? But yeah, I just want to enjoy stuff.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
I'm with the Minutemen.
I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm here to help. I'm with the Minutemen.
You're with the Minutemen? I didn't really think you fellas still existed.
There's
We
two
said
of
we're
us.
One of them passing traders, but honestly, I never expected anything to come of it. Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy. Bad business, that.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground up. We're the good guys again.
Glad to hear it.
Again?
No question that things have been worse since the
Yeah.
Minutemen fell to pieces. There's a raider
Again. And I will keep saying it. I'll say it every single episode if I have to. If you enjoy this, please, like I said, feel free to drop the like, to subscribe, share it with people, and like
Don't worry.
absolutely
I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks, friend.
feel free to give
Folks
any kind of
for real
support that
this
you
time.
can, because
It'll be a
it's greatly appreciated. I want to keep playing games for you guys. I want to keep playing games, period. And I figured if I can do it here on YouTube and then eventually get back to live streaming because there's enough support there, I would absolutely love to do that for you guys and continue to do more and more. So we're going to do first step here. Yeah, because Diamond City is the main quest. But yeah, being able to just enjoy games with people, that's what it's all really all about. Fondly remember playing games on the couch, either with a buddy and playing with them, or you're just watching them play, or you're taking turns. All that stuff is just like great, and that's kind of what games are about. And unfortunately, I think a lot of companies that make games,
Doesn't need that anymore.
that must be the spot, a little itchy. I think companies kind of, unfortunately, lost sight of what it is to make a game. And it's not even on the developers, it's on the big pockets of the shareholders and the people that try to make money off of the companies, that they keep pushing and pushing and pushing whatever's going to make the most money at the cost of the quality of what a game could be, or a series, or a franchise. And it's unfortunate because it's not sustainable at this point. Games come out from companies that used to be absolutely amazing, and unfortunately, the quality either has gone down or the vision that they originally started with is deteriorating, and it's starting to grow bad blood with a lot of different brands. And it's unfortunate to see that happen to companies and games that are widely enjoyed by a lot of people, just because they're trying to squeeze out every last penny that they can of things. And the other thing that we're running into is everybody's so quick to sue one another over intellectual property infringement and stuff. And that makes people kind of afraid to create new stuff, because if it's something that's not the same old that's been repeated 100 times, then, and if it's not like wildly successful as the thing prior, sorry pupper, then people will receive it poorly. And if they receive it poorly, they unfortunately do things like getting rid of the dev teams and stuff, and or they'll shrink them down because they're trying to keep their like ridiculous profits year over year, and they don't realize that sometimes the reason why the game didn't do so well was they didn't get the ability to put their love and effort into it like they wanted to. And that was at the sake of profits. To get it out, you know, a month or two earlier or anything of the sort. Whereas if they let the developers do something like, hello. Ouch. If the developers had the ability to have time and just kind of work on it, they would be able to release something amazing. But because they got rushed on it, unfortunately, oh god! And we have no arms. Oh no, how far back was the last save? That's not the worst. No, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Oh jeez.
I was just getting warmed up.
Oh no. Did I at least get all the weapons from before? Yeah, okay.
I've purified water for you, sir.
Hey,
Thanks. I'll take that off your hands. But, heading back north again. But, yeah. Unfortunately, companies get forced to push things out. They don't get to make the labor of love they used to because they're trying to meet all of the deadlines that are sometimes unrealistic, and eventually they burn out the good developers. They kind of cut what could have been something absolutely amazing and it just becomes good, or if it's something that could have been just good and it's just kind of lackluster. And unfortunately, we get things that need to have many, many patches because they didn't get to work all of it out. Amongst other things, there's a lot that goes into developing games. But I think that if we stopped worrying about popping something new out every single year and made something that was a labor of love and got to be worked upon for multiple years, I should not have used the high caliber gun. That people would be much more receptive to games again. I think that it's almost a flooded market, unfortunately. And don't get me wrong, I love indie games. I love other things like that. I think that the AAA publishers are the ones that are actually responsible for flooding the market and putting out too much stuff. Because there's almost no sense in how often things get pushed out. I'm not going to name names, but there's a certain franchise that they've got multiple titles and developers under their belts, and they just keep publishing year over year. And they're kind of backpedaling.
I'm with the Minutemen.
And I think it's great that the
sure.
We sent word with one of them passing
gaming
through, but
industry,
honestly, I never expected
specifically the consumers, are putting a
rebuilding.
bit of
There's wave
a
that's been giving us- We know where they're coming from.
pressure, I guess is what we want to
Don't
call
worry.
it.
Thanks, friend.
A bit of pressure upon the release of games to be of a better quality. And I'm going to go ahead and quick save again so we don't have to go through all that. But they put pressure upon the companies that are developing these games and kind of wanting them to quote unquote do better. So I think we're going to start seeing a bit of a change for the better overall in the gaming market. I cannot hit this guy. There we go. I think we're going to start seeing the gaming industry heal a little bit compared to what it's been. What?
Good day to you, stranger. You look like someone that appreciates the utility of a good set of armor.
I mean, maybe.
Sure. I'm always looking for good armor.
My selection is a bit limited right now, but take a look.
I can buy stuff from them. Cool. So we need leather left and right. So we'll snag a piece, snag a piece. We don't need the left arm. Need the right arm. Right arm, right leg. Boiled is stronger. 1-3, 2-4. Yeah, screw that. Let's get that. And we can offset some stuff. Let's we don't need all these guns. But yeah, I think we're gonna start seeing a change for the good in the gaming industry, and I am definitely here for it. We're gonna sell a couple of these. And yeah, I'm ready. But for now, we're gonna continue to just play through what we got. We're gonna be recording and playing games of developers that I think still have a little bit of a chance, which Bethesda's definitely up there. We may do a run of Baldur's Gate, but again, a lot of hours, a lot of time. And I might just want to do a couple of shorter games that are in the mix of everything versus just doing all of it. So we shall see as we're going. I'm gonna sell all the drugs. I don't want any drugs. No drugs for me this time, thanks. Same thing with the alcohols. This guy is not gonna have enough money. Hold up. Where are we at? 183? Need something that's worth 5. He had ammo, didn't he? Yeah, we'll buy all the ammo off of him. I guess a little more to work with. Something worth 15. It's 2, 2, 2, 4. Alright, I don't think we're gonna have anything that's worth 1, so we will accept all that. Leave on the 1 cap. But yeah, we're definitely gonna see the
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
same, bro. Once you hit 30, that's all that happens. But yeah, we definitely are gonna start seeing I think a good shift in the gaming industry as we move forward. And I am here for it. Also, I am 1000% ready for Elder Scrolls 6. I have been so ready for Elder Scrolls 6 that it's not even funny.
Morning work, but wouldn't want to leave the good stuff.
Alright, we're good to go. Oh, I can't go under that? Really? Come on, game. Do better. But for now, yeah, we're going to run through this wasteland. Then we're going to run through, I believe it's Cyrodiil is the name of the world for Oblivion. As well as Oblivion itself, because that's one of the locations that the demons and stuff are on. And we're just going to keep on enjoying the games. All the games. My guy's got about as much stamina as I do in real life. I've got enough to get a good sprint in, and then it's just... we're done. We're done. I was never an endurance runner. It's a wild cow. This time we know that there's going to be the boom booms in here, so what we're going to do is we're going to save it again. And this time, yeah. We know that's there. Disarm that. wonder if I could actually disarm that without setting it off. Anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna enjoy all the games. And I'm enjoying them. Even if I get killed like I did in that last run, just, you know. Oh, there's a bomb here. I can get away from it, surely. No. Boom, bye. But there's one up top here. No? Oh, okay. It's a nice little area to overlook everything. Sorry, bud. Oh, I can't move him. I just gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Clear him out. This wouldn't be a bad place to actually sleep. I would probably have to move this to where I'd be sleeping across here versus like over the edge. Or I would put it up here. But I would definitely kind of do like they did and put a trap in. I'd make sure this is shut. You're probably not in the best place. Yeah, up here would be the best place in case it rained, if it ever rained. I don't know. Sometimes whenever I look through this stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is actually a good place to put something. Or, no, I wouldn't do it there. Everything kind of sucks around here, so. But up there's up and away. I heard something pop up. There's more mole rats. Yep. There's a. What? Why are you not hitting me? You know what? One for you. One for. Okay, there's a dude up there apparently. Yeah. One for you, one for you. Oh, he's not dead. He's dead. That was not good. Smacky. Smacky. Okay, for some reason this said there was a fly up to the hills. But yeah, I like to look at the places and decide, like, would that be a good place to actually stay, or would it not? Like, in here could be an okay place. It's kind of on ground level, which you definitely don't want to be if these mole rats are able to pop up like they do. Okay, so slightly to the right. There we go.
Got it.
Like, you definitely want to board this up. The ground's concrete, so you shouldn't have to worry about mole rats popping through there, but at the end of the day, you've got to worry that, you know, it's very rusted out aluminum. So, I don't know how I would feel about that. What else we got going on here? Gas canister, not gonna pick that up. Another locked door. All the way over here. Nope. A little bit. Nope. Down further. There we go.
Sweet.
I feel like there's gonna be something in here. Maybe not. See, this is a lot better. Like, I would 100% just board this door up. Board that up a little bit better. Like, this room is great. You even got working lights in here. Uh-oh. One roach. But, yeah, like...
It looks like a movie we're showing when the ball.
Heck. If you even really want to do it... Ooh, fusion core, that's nice. What you could really do is you could just, like, lay some of these down... and, like, put boxes in between to make a flat spot, and, like, make yourself a little bit of a barricade that you might have to step over. But you could put a bed up in here, like, really easily, really well. You could rip these off the wall, put your bed across here, set something down on top. There's a lot of utility and stuff to think about when it comes to these kinds of places. The reason why I say this is, like, yes, this is on ground level and stuff, but... And you're kind of stuck in here with one way in, one way out, but it's built up way better than everything else around. And it looks like somebody might have been here at some point. Wait, where does that go in here? That doesn't go in there. That goes into something different. Open. Oh, look. Somebody has a room in here already. There you go. Sure, the couch might not be the most comfortable, and it's unfortunate there's like a crib here.
For the old days.
But yeah, great example of like where you could say, again, well enclosed. This one is boarded up. Uh-oh. Run! I didn't know where it was, so I just figured I'd keep going forward. This is a good lookout area. That says storage key. Feel like that would be for the room that we picked to open down below. I'm gonna go ahead and eat something to heal. Let's eat the pre-cooked things already. There was a cooking station down below, so we're actually gonna use that to cook the rest of the food that's down there. Because we got a lot of meat. So let's go ahead and do that. We can make some purified water. And we can make a lot of... Hold on, let's see if we can make any soups. No soups. So, a lot of roast. Good old deathclaw steak. Let's scroll. Let's go from the bottom up. Mirelurk meat. Yep. Whoops, wrong button. Make some ribeyes. Omelet. Bunch of chops. Bunch of chunks. Also we get XP off that, which is nice. Alright, well we got ourselves some good foods. And we got ourselves a nice cleared out area that looks like we can turn into another base. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Because we're running a little bit over that hour period that I wanted to go to. And like I said, I want to keep everything as concise as possible. It doesn't matter if it goes over a bit or under a little bit, but I want to keep it consistent as possible. And yeah, we will pick up on episode 4 with just continuing on. Looks like we're heading to deal with some raiders. So, like I said, as always, if you guys want to support just a normal dude that's trying to enjoy games and trying to help you guys enjoy games at a normal pace that isn't breakneck speed like some of these guys do, and skipping over all the side quest stuff and all the other things that really make a game shine, please drop the like, drop the subscribe if we get to the subscriptions and stuff. Share it, bookmark it, whatever you can at this point. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. So until then, have fun and bye-bye.